Hello everyone, you are on the Good Job channel. I am glad to see you on my channel. Please subscribe and like me. Thank you very much. Also, write comments about this video. It's very nice. And here is my story. The end of the relationship with Jessie happened unexpectedly. I had no idea about her cheating until it was publicly announced. I don't wish anyone to experience the feelings that washed over me. Our marriage lasted about 8 years. Before this relationship, we had experience of family life, but, as they say, in such cases, it did not work out. I divorced my first wife because we simply stopped understanding each other. Jessica left her husband, who abused alcohol and became promiscuous. Her daughter Nastya lived with us in a country house. Jessica didn't work anywhere. My income was enough for us all to live comfortably. I managed the transportation of used cars from Asia. Often you have to travel to New York and solve problems that arise. My wife took care of our family nest. She cooked perfectly. The house was always clean and bright. I never tired of complimenting her. He always returned from business trips with gifts for both Jessie and Nastya. There were certainly nice bouquets in your hands when you crossed the threshold of the house. Jessica has an older brother, Alexander. They have been very close to him since childhood. Sanka has close friends with whom he played tricks in his youth. Jessica was in their company and knew Dmitry, Anton, and Raphael very well. And so, for his 35th anniversary, Alexander invited us, his best childhood friends and work colleagues. In total, about 24 people came. The celebration took place in one of the best restaurants in the city, which bore the loud and unusual name Vesuvius. Jessica asked me a question shortly before the event. "Darling, I hope you're not going on another business trip. We can go to Vesuvius to congratulate Sasha. It seems like everything is going according to plan. I don't plan to leave. Well, unless any force majeure happens." There were no unforeseen circumstances. Alexander was lucky to be born on March 8th. In the morning, I congratulated my beloved women, but in the evening, I dressed up and went with my wife to a restaurant. The wife's brother did not skimp on the celebration. The tables were laden with exquisite delicacies and expensive alcohol. There was even a cheerful presenter. All guests sang karaoke, participated in competitions, and danced. Jessie and I had a blast. Everyone was amazed by my wife's performance of the legendary Cabriolet, hit by Lyubov Uspenskaya. She had a gorgeous voice, but that's not surprising. In her youth, Jessica studied vocals. However, she was not the only one who sang well among the guests. My brother's comrade Anton was also strong in this. His performance of the Nautilus Pompilius hit Breath was also enthusiastically received by the audience. All of Alexander's friends distinguished themselves at the celebration. Dmitry danced excellently, and Raphael shone with witty jokes. Jessica did not leave the friends of her youth unattended, dancing with each of them in turn. I didn't even take it seriously. After all, they once spent so much time together. How could there be jealousy? These are just friends. And then Anton went up to the microphone again, but by this time he had gone a bit too far. Nevertheless, I dared to sing another bearded composition of Nautilus. It was the song, "I Want to Be With You." For the reason described above, it was not very successful. The guests are more likely to politely greet her with the holiday, but also to admit it, or rather, announce, "We should be together, stop hiding our feelings. Jessica, leave your business, man. Be with me. I'm tired of meeting each other when he's away. It's time to decide everything." This recognition came as a surprise to everyone, but especially to me and Anton's wife. Jessica first blushed, and then, when the color left her face, she screamed loudly. "What are you doing, idiot? This is my life. Don't you dare ruin it." I left Vesuvius alone, where a real volcano of passions erupted. I had bought the country house before I married Jessie, so I shamelessly packed her bags and had her ready at the door. Now, I didn't want to have anything to do with this woman. Although I became very attached to her daughter, I'll probably try to maintain contact with her, especially since I don't have any children of my own. Jessica only showed up at home in the morning. She couldn't muster up the courage to look me in the eye. And then, there was no point in denying Anton's confession. "Vasya, you understand. Anton is the love of youth. We would have been together, but my brother was against it. For him, Anton should have remained a friend, not my husband. I tried to solve this problem with him, but Sasha was categorical and principled. Anton did not spoil his relationship with his friend. and our relationship has lasted all these years, despite the marriages. Nastenka, his daughter, the first husband, found out everything, but he was a wuss and preferred to drown his grief in a bottle. Then he beat me hard. And all night I thought, how can I save you? You are very dear to me, and Nastya has become a real father. Forgive me, please, but I'll finish with Anton. You know, Jessica trampled all the feelings that I had for her. I couldn't forgive her. Well, he just wasn't as tearful as her first husband. Therefore, he squeezed out only one word. Get out! We broke up. My wife moved in with her mother and had to remember what work was like. Years have passed. I communicate well with Nastya, and she considers me a father. Anton divorced his wife literally immediately after the incident in the restaurant. He tried to build a personal life with Jessie. Alexander did not want to put up with the situation, and one day he ambushed him at the entrance and severely beat him. Anton decided not to contact his sister anymore. Jessica tried more than once to come back to me, but a betrayer will betray you once and twice. Therefore, these attempts were unsuccessful. Thank you. Thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel, bro.